Hey Nick, this is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Thanks for your patience today. Actually, thank you for calling earlier today and chatting with me. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you today to give you an idea of how your business is stacking up against your competition online, and also to give you some steps you can take to improve things. So, as Google crawls the web, it is really looking for three things: content, citations, and backlinks. So those are the things I'm going to talk about today. Now, content just refers to the words and images on your site. Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum on the page, to give it a good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount is really dependent upon the competition and also the number of keywords needed to get those things across. Now, a keyword is really anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's take a look at what one might look like. I went over to my browser. I've got Google pulled up, and I typed in carpet cleaning, Kingsland, Georgia. Now, at the top of the page is what we call the map pack. The top three are really going to get the most traffic because these maps are super easy to use. Everything's like right there at the top. There's a ton of information. You get reviews, you get number of reviews, you get hours, all kinds of information there. And you are listed at the top, so that's awesome. Congratulations on that. Obviously, to be in this map, you have to have the Google Map listing, a Google business page, which you do. And then there's other things to keep you on top. You want to make sure that's filled out as completely as possible. You want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories on the web as possible. Those are things like Yelp and Yellow Pages. But basically, the more times that happens, where you have that name, address, and phone number in a directory, the more power it gives your profile, because every place that you do that is considered a citation. Really, what that means is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet, and the larger that online presence is, the more Google trusts you. Now, below the map is what we call the organic results. Now, organic in this case just means not paid. And ideally, you want to be in the top three here as well. When you're in the top of both of those things, the map pack and the organic, you're going to get what represents about 93% of the traffic. So it really is very important to be as high ranking as possible. Now, obviously, for this particular search, I see that the top result is Massey's Chem Dry carpet cleaning, and the next one is A1 Carpet Care. So those are the two people I'm going to compare you against for this particular video. Now, I've got your website pulled up here. I like that you've got some pictures of your work up top, and a little bit of information about you down here, along with your license number and that you're family owned. So those are all great, as well as the service area that you cover. But there just really isn't that much content. In fact, when I plugged your website into a word counter, I actually find that you've got about 124 words on the page, which doesn't really allow you to get keywords into that content so that people can find you when they're searching. Now, I also look at, in addition to looking at your website just, from the front, I also like to look in the back. And so I use this tool called RFs to see what's going on with your statistics, like how people are doing finding you. I can tell from this that you're actually not really getting any organic traffic at all yet, and there are no keywords showing up for the Google algorithm either. Now, in contrast, if I look at the Massey's Chem Dry, I can see that they are getting about 27 visits per month. That's being driven from about 243 keywords. And if I drill down, I can look at those and I can see, for example, carpet cleaning, Kingsland, Georgia. That's the one I actually plugged into my search. So that particular keyword is getting about 20 searches per month. Well, they're in the number 3 spot as far as this goes, which means that they are getting 6 visits alone from that particular keyword. If I look at carpet cleaning, Brunswick, Georgia, that's getting about 30 searches per month, but they're in the 15th spot, so you can see what a difference that made for the number of people finding them. They got one result. In other words, one person clicked on their website and found them through that particular keyword. If I look at the A1 Carpet Care, I can see that they're getting about 48 visits per month, and that's being driven from 325 keywords. And a lot of these happen to be the name of their business, but if I look at Carpet Cleaning Kingsland, Georgia, the same one I looked at for the other guys, same volume, obviously, but they're number 4. So they're getting 4 visits per month for that. So again, I just wanted to reiterate really what a difference it makes to really target the keywords that people are already using when you want to be found for a particular service. Now, the last piece of the ranking puzzle is what we call backlinks. So a backlink is any time you find one website linking back to another via clickable or hyperlink text. So these links really act like an endorsement of your business and your website from other businesses. And Google uses that to, again, build trust in your business because it sees these other people, especially in your field, vouching for you. It's not exactly like a popularity contest, though, where the person with the most wins, because Google takes a weighted approach to that. Not all links are created equal. Those that are relevant to your industry are going to count more, as will those that are local. And ideally, you want them to be powerful in their own right as well. So because I cannot compare just the sheer number of backlinks to the sheer number of backlinks, because it is a weighted approach, instead of trying to do that, when I'm looking to compare the strength of their profile, I'm going to instead look at these scores over here. So these two numbers are on a scale of 0 to 100. The DR meaning for all of the links coming into your website, for all of the pages, all across the domain, what is the strength of that profile? And right now you're scoring a 0 on that scale of 0 to 100. For the particular home page, so the URL, you're looking at a 2.1. Now, in contrast, if I look over at the Massey's ChemDry, they're scoring at a 4.6 for their entire domain and a 7 for their URL. That's why they are beating you. That's why some of these keywords are being picked up, is because there's more power coming to the website. And if I look at A1 Carpet Care, they're at a 25 for the overall domain and about a 7 for the homepage. So once all these things come together, the content, the backlinks, and the citations, that's when you begin ranking higher and higher, and more customers will find you. I hope this information has been helpful. Always love hearing feedback on it. I know that we're going to get together after you get a chance to take a look at this, because I want to dig in and find out a little bit more specific information about the goals that you and your wife have for your business. And then that way I can do research and figure out exactly what might be realistic for those goals and what it's going to take to get them. Again, my name is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much for watching. Look forward to the feedback, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.